Naruto Uzumaki, son of Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki, was the son of Konoha's heroes who saved the village and gave their lives to seal it. The blonde boy lived in an orphanage where everyone hated him. Only the third Hokage treated him well, visiting him once a month. Naruto loved reading. Hiruzen always brought him books and helped him read them. At 3 years old, the blonde boy was living independently and was a genius for his age. October 10th was the celebration of the Kyuubi's victory, which also happened to be the young blonde boy's birthday. That same day, he was walking down a dark street and bumped into a Chunin. Chunin. Now that's a catch, I'll kill you, boy. He laughed and stabbed the boy with a kunai. The Chunin didn't check him and carried him into the forest of death, leaving the boy unconscious. Naruto's POV. I was walking through a dark tunnel, the water knee-deep. I heard a roar, and it was terrifying, and I realized what that sound was. When I was reading a book, I learned about the nine-tailed fox. Kyuubi. Uzumaki Naruto, my jailer. Kyuubi was angry. Naruto. Hello to you too, Kyuubi-san, what am I doing here? He asked, looking around. Kyuubi was shocked by the little boy. Was he invisible? Kyuubi. In your subconscious, you are a boy. Naruto. I see, maybe we should get to know each other better? I'm Uzumaki Naruto and I'm already 4 years old. The blonde smiled his signature smile. But their acquaintance was interrupted by 3 people. Unknown 1. Glad you're meeting each other. Naruto. And who are you? Unknown 2. Indra Otsutsuki. Unknown 3. Ashura Otsutsuki. Unknown 1. Hagoromo Otsutsuki, or the Sage of 6 Paths. I am the father of all Biju. Naruto. Yes? And what are you doing in my subconscious? Ashura. To give you what is rightfully yours. You are the reincarnation of my brother and myself. We ourselves did not expect such a turn of events. Indra. As we've seen, the village hates you, and here's some advice for you: wander the world. Hagoromo. I agree, the world has become a cruel place for Jinchuriki. Naruto. Jinchuriki? Those are the ones with the tailed beasts inside them, right? Ashura. Yes. Naruto. And there are those who restrain them and befriend them, right? Hagoromo. You're smart for your age. Kyuubi. Old man, what do you want to do with him? Hagoromo. Give our power, reincarnation to my sons. Indra. I know, now you need to come out of your subconscious and make a couple of seals, I'll tell you. Naruto shrugged and exited his subconscious. Indra seemed to have prompted him to perform the seals within. Naruto performed the seals and found himself on a huge island in the sky, near the dragons and the hawk. Naruto. Hello, I made my seals and ended up here. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, and you? Dragon. Akira, this eagle, Oriolin, so you're the one the sage spoke of. You'll stay for 6 years. In your time, about a month will pass, agreed? Naruto. Yeah. Indra. First of all, you need to learn to control your chakra. Ashura. You need to learn to awaken her. Hagoromo. And then learn control. Dragons and hawks will help you. Oriolin. Naruto, we are special summons. Your planet is under our protection. In the meantime, summon my 5 to destroy the villains. 5 eagles, each 20 meters tall, appeared next to the blonde man. Oriolin. Meet me, Orika, Orina, Oryuan, Orin, Orungal. Naruto. Thank you, I'll try to get to know you. The blonde scratched the back of his head. Akira. I also have my own charges, the best 3. 3 dragons the size of Kyuubi were born. Akira. Anato, Amiri, Anara, these 3 will soon be your summons. Since you've only just arrived in our world, you'll be staying for 6 years. We'll teach you everything. And the sage will be joining us too, so make yourself at home with us. Akira walked the blonde to a small house. Inside, everything was. Akira. Oriolin has prepared your clothes on your locker. Now get some rest, boy. Naruto. Thank you, Akiro-san. Akiro nodded to the guy and flew away on his wings. Konoha. Umbu. He's not in the village. According to the villagers, Chunin killed him. Hokage. Why the hell isn't anyone watching him? You know he's a Jinchuriki. What a world. The Hokage started smoking a cigarette to cool his ardor a little. Search the entire village, or even the land of fire. Umbu. Hi. Hokage. Where are you? Naruto Uzumaki? He asked, looking out the window. Part 2 Akira. So, we'll start with awakening the chakra. Sit in the lotus position and try to feel it. Naruto obediently sat in this position and after 3 hours was able to awaken his chakra. Orulin. Now you need good control. This means walking on wood, on water, on snow, on lava, and you can't fall. Naruto. Why walk on snow and lava? Hagoromo. Because it really improves your control. Akira. Remember how I said we're 6 years old, and you're a month old? Well, I lied to you, so no hard feelings. The dragon smiled innocently. Indra. He wouldn't have left anyway. He face-bombed. Orulin. You'll also be training your physical abilities, but for that you'll need clones. Ashura. We'll show you, just cross 2 fingers. Naruto crossed 2 fingers and 2 clones appeared. Hagoromo. Remember, the more chakra, the more clones you have. Indra. To have more chakra, you need to increase your reserves. This requires physical exercise. Naruto. Can we let the clones train physically, and I'll learn control? He asked Oral. Orulin. And what do you think we do? Akira. Come on, get running. The dragon ordered. The blonde's clones ran off to do various exercises and run. While he practiced control, after 7 hours, he completed control and dispelled the clones. He fell to the ground unconscious. Akira. He's obviously a hard worker, the kid overdid it. He shook his head and carried the boy home. Thus passed 6 long years of training. During this time, he mastered all 5 elements and 3 genomes, Mokuton, magnetism, and lava. He summoned 5 eagles and 3 dragons. He himself can transform into a dragon and an eagle. He can enter the Sannin mode of his summons. His taijutsu, genjutsu, shurikenjutsu, and kenjutsu were at a very high level, on par with the sage himself, and if he is a Sannin mode, then much higher. Subconscious. Hagoromo. The time has come, today you will return, which means it's time for us to return to the afterlife, too. Indra. But we will give you our parting gift. Ashura. Exactly, you must bring peace to the world. Hagoromo. I give you all my strength, as do my sons. All 3 put their hands on the guy's head and disappeared. Kyubi. You are the one called the child of prophecy. Now I'll tell you what they gave you. The sage gave you the Rinnegan, and the brothers gave you the Sharingan and life force. And so, a gift from the brothers, a small chakra channeling katana, any element except earth and Mokuton will do. Naruto. Will you tell me your name? Kyubi. Kurama, I hope I'm not mistaken about you. The sage removed the seal from the cage, so you don't have to worry, we can communicate mentally. The blonde appeared in the same forest where he had been abandoned. He was wearing a dark hooded cloak, a katana was slung over his back, a spiral mask covered his face. The blonde approached the Konoha gates, where Izumo and Kotetsu were also present. Izumo. Who are you? Sign here or state your name. Naruto. Long time no see. To them, the voice was cold. The blonde man looked about 12 or 13 years old, judging by his height. Kotetsu. Do we know each other? Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto. The blonde replied coldly and walked past. It was a shock to the guards. After all, rumor had it the Jinchuriki was dead. Maybe the guy lied? Or was he alive? Naruto walked through the street where he had fled from the enraged villagers. Now the entire village looked at him with fear and apprehension. Naruto reached the Hokage's office and knocked on the door. Hokage. Come in. A tall man in a cloak and with a mask on his face stood before him. Who are you? Naruto. Don't you recognize me? You've gotten older, old man 3. Uzumaki said coldly. Hokage. Have we met? I don't remember you. Naruto. The last Uzumaki, or don't you remember how you read books to me? Hokage. No. Impossible. Naruto-kun? The third was surprised. Naruto. It finally dawned on me. It doesn't matter how I came back or where I came from, how I'm alive, that's not important anymore. I came to join Konoha's Umbu. Hokage. Okay then, but on 2 conditions, you fight 2 of my Umbu and you enroll in the academy. Naruto. Understood. What about the Uchiha clan? I didn't see any of them. Hokage. The clan was wiped out by one of the Uchiha clan's geniuses. Only his brother remains, Uchiha Sasuke. Naruto. Okay, I'm ready right now. Hokage. Then let's go. They both went out to the training ground. There were 2 Umbu there, Dog and Tiger. Hokage. You 2 against this guy, get started. The dog attacked first, before the blonde had even taken a step. As he approached, the blonde disappeared from view and struck him in the neck from behind. Tiger. Mokuton wooden choking technique. Naruto. Great ignition. The tiger's equipment burned instantly. Naruto. Mokotan is a choking technique. The tiger didn't have time to apply protection and was caught in the blonde's technique. Tiger. I surrender. Naruto deactivated the technique and simply looked at the third, who dropped the tobacco in his jaw. Hokage. Where from? Where did you get Mokotan? Naruto. I think I got my genome from the first, and I am his distant relative. Hokage. Uzumaki Naruto, I award you the rank of second Umbu captain. After dog, you'll find your gear and mask at the Umbu base. Tiger will escort you. Tiger. Follow me. The dog remained unconscious until the blonde man shouldered the carcass and dragged him back to the base. Upon reaching it, he laid him down on the couch while he and the tiger went to get their gear and mask. The blonde man chose an eagle mask. He chose his equipment, but kept his black cloak. He obtained several kunai and samban from the armory. Tiger. It's time to return to the Hokage, and since you're a member of Umbu, I'm Yamato, or Tenzo, he said, extending his hand and removing his mask. Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto, nice to meet you, Yamato. The blonde replied, shaking his hand. After this acquaintance, he went to the residence. Naruto. I'm back. Hokage. Excellent. Tomorrow you'll go to the academy, but don't tell anyone you're Umbu, unless absolutely necessary. The teachers have been notified of your actions and that you've returned. Your teacher will be Irika Yumino. If there's a mission, you don't need to tell him. I'll handle it myself. As for the house? The old apartment has already been sold, so I'll tell you a few things. It concerns your parents. Naruto. Don't drag it out, third. It's high time you knew. Naruto said in a cold tone, but inside he was seething with joy. Hokage. Your father and mother died while sealing the Kyuubi into you and protecting you from it. The fourth Hokage and Harem of the Uzumaki clan, Kushina Uzumaki. I understand it pains you to hear this, but it is the truth. Naruto. Thank you, Hokage-sama, I understand them. They protected the village and their son, they even gave their lives. Kurama. Sorry, Blondie, I killed them, trying to stay free. Naruto. Don't get so worked up, flea-bitten. People don't understand the tailed beasts and think they're the village's weapons. Naruto replied mentally. Hokage. Thank you, I'm very grateful, but there's a catch. We had to sell Minato's house to have the money to rebuild the village, but your parents' entire fortune is in the bank. Take as much as you want from there, but don't forget that you're in the Umbu, and that means you carry out missions. Naruto. Thank you, then I'll go buy an apartment for myself. Hokage. There's a free one. When you leave here, go right down the street, it will say House 4, it's a one-room but cozy house, and the bank is right in front of it. Naruto. Thank you, Hokage-sama. Naruto left his office and went to the bank. His parents' fortune was 150 million ryo, and he only took 1 million. He bought a house for 850,000 ryo. After that, he went to the market to buy food and recipes. Naruto didn't know how to cook, and when he was summoned, he'd only eaten cooked meat. He bought 8 huge bags of food and a couple of bags of clothes. Since he practically had no wardrobe, he also bought a couple of books about shinobi from the first Hokage's time and world history. After all, the blonde was very smart and loved to read. First, Naruto put everything away on the shelves and cabinets. He made an omelet with bacon and washed it down with milk for dinner. After eating, he took a shower. He made a new bed and lay down. Naruto. I hope tomorrow goes smoothly, he said before falling asleep and found himself in the arms of Morphus. Part 3 Morning came, and the blonde man woke up at 6 a.m. He checked the time, washed, ate, stretched, and put on a black turtleneck and black pants. Irika. Okay, guys, we've got a new guy coming today. Don't ask any unnecessary questions, especially you, he said, looking at the blonde and pink-haired girl. Ino's POV. I sat and thought about Sensei's words. I wonder, what's he like? And then the door opened and he appeared. He looked about 12 or 13 years old. He was tall, with beautiful blue eyes and such a sweet, yet very serious face. End POV Ino. Irika. Hello, introduce yourself. I'm Yumino Irika. What's your name? What do you like? What do you dream about? Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki, dream? None. What do I love? Nothing, Naruto said coldly and calmly. Irika. Okay, you can sit down, Naruto, he said, still in shock. The blonde's voice was very cold. Naruto sat at the very back of the class and simply stared out the window. Irika didn't ask him to teach, knowing he was an Umbu captain. Kiba. Who is this? The guy with the puppy asked the guy with glasses. Shino. How should I know? Just ask him. Kiba. After classes. Sakura. Did you see that voice? It's creepy, she said, looking at the blonde. Ino. Yeah, Sasuke-kun, what do you think? She asked the brunette sitting in front of her. Sasuke. Nothing, Uchiha answered rudely. So the first day of school ended, and when the blonde went outside, an umbu in a cat mask stood in front of him. Cat. This document was given to you, said the cat, handing him the scroll. Naruto. Thank you, cat, you're free to go, the blonde replied, taking the scroll, and cat disappeared. Ino. Did you hear? She asked, standing a few meters away from the blonde man next to her friend. Sakura. This new guy gave an order to the umbu and got something. It's all strange. The girl mused. Ino. Yeah, who is he? Naruto. What? Kill a maniac who kills everyone on his way to Konoha? Don't need the body? We'll figure it out, the blonde said silently, striding toward the Konoha gates. Sakura and Ino decided to follow him. Naruto. Seriously? They think I don't notice them? He said mentally and disappeared. Sakura. Where is he? She looked around, but he was not there. Ino. So you found out, you should have walked more quietly. Naruto appeared outside Konoha and was moving along the path where the merchants come from. The blonde was not disappointed and met a guy with a kunai in his hands. Naruto. Are you that maniac? He asked a guy of about 25 with a psychotic face. Maniac. New prey, ha 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 ha. Before he could move, he was brutally dismembered. The blonde used fire powers to burn his entire body. He returned very quickly and appeared at the residence. Naruto. Hokage-sama, mission accomplished. Hokage. Excellent, Oriol, here you go. The third one gave the guy 4,000 ryo. Hokage. Your first A-rank assignment, now you carry out missions with a team of dog, tiger, cat, and owl. Naruto. Okay, am I free? Hiruzen nodded and the guy disappeared into the Shunshin. So 2 years passed, and now the day of the final exam has arrived. The exam went so smoothly that Naruto didn't even strain himself. Naruto had always behaved very calmly and reservedly. Now he had grown much taller, 165 centimeters, and his body had become much more athletic. In battle, he was very cold-blooded and cruel. In 2 years, he and his team completed 73 S-rank, 54 B-rank, and 93 A-rank missions. Alone, he had 36 S-rank and 83 B-rank missions to his credit. For this, he received the title Dark Devil. After all, he had a dark cloak with an eagle mask. He had red wings behind his back. His eyes were purple and red at the same time. Here is the day of the final exam. Iruka. Team 7, Uchiha Sasuke, Sakura Haruno, Uzumaki Naruto. Team 10, Ino Shikacho. Team 11, Hinata Hugo, Aburaim Shino, Inazuka Kiba. Sensei Kakashi Hatake, Asuma Saratobi, Kurinai Yuhi. A girl with red eyes took Team 11, and a tall man smoking cigarettes took Team 10, and then a guy with his right eye closed and wearing a mask showed up right away. Why didn't he arrive late? Hatake is Naruto's teammate, so he knew the blonde guy didn't particularly like waiting. Kakashi. Let's get acquainted. I'll give you an example. I'm Kakashi Hatake, Jounin of Konoha. I'm 27 years old. What I love is none of your business. What I don't love is also none of my business. I have no dreams. Sakura. You only told me my name and age. My name is Sakura Haruno. I'm 12 years old. I like, in reference to Sasuke. I don't like Naruto, because he acts like he's cool and a genius. Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke. There is no such thing as love or dislike, but there is a goal, to kill one person. Kakashi and Naruto realized that he was talking about Itachi Uchiha, his brother. Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto. I hope we can work together. Kakashi. If that's the case, then we'll take on the first task tomorrow. I'd like to conduct a check, but I'm feeling lazy. Naruto. Still reading your book? Kakashi. Be quiet. Sakura. Do you know each other? Naruto. We saw each other in the library. Naruto replied coldly. Sakura. Why the hell are you talking like you're Sasuke-kun? You're not him. Haruno couldn't resist. Naruto. You're not very reserved. Well, bye-bye. Naruto said and disappeared. Kakashi. Yeah, let's go. Hatake said and also disappeared. Sakura was beside herself with rage. After all, they knew each other, and yet they had disappeared. Now the partners were sitting at the barbecue and simply laughing at them. Kakashi. Wow, this Sakura is something else. Naruto. Well, you won't believe it, my friend. But their further laughter was interrupted by Team 10, who was sitting nearby and staring at them. After all, their sensei and the genin themselves had never heard either of them laugh, and here's a coincidence. Naruto. And why did you? You didn't tell me we're not alone. Kakashi. How should I know? You said you study sensorics. Asuma. Have you known each other for a long time? Naruto. It happened, we met in the library and started studying books together. The blonde made an excuse. You can't really say you're an UMBA captain now, can you? Ino. I didn't see you laughing. Yamanaka said, surprised. Naruto. Kakashi-sensei is my friend and the one I find it easier to communicate with. Unlike the others, my sensei is the first one who talks to me normally. The blonde replied coldly. Ino immediately became sad. After all, she didn't know that he hadn't been communicating with anyone since the academy. Kakashi. Okay, let's eat and have our first assignment tomorrow. Ino. Where are Lobesteya and Sasuke-kun? Naruto. Where? We all met and they left. He answered calmly. Shikamaru. Why do you always think about him? He's always turning you and Sakura down, and you two run after him like crazy. Ino. Because I like him, she said indignantly. Shikamaru. What's worse than Kiba? Shino? Naruto? Ino. Kiba is too arrogant and thinks he's better, Shino speaks incomprehensibly, and Naruto. I only like Sasuke-kun. She snapped back at the last words. Nara immediately started thinking, why doesn't Naruto have any minuses? Maybe she likes him, but she's hiding it and brushing it off. Naruto. Okay, sensei, see you tomorrow, said the blonde man and calmly walked out of the cafe. Kakashi shrugged and left the cafe, disappearing into the Shunshin. Commentary on Part 3. Hello, dear readers. Dark 1S, Nazarinjex, Mart HKG, Cordy, Toxiat, and Avus, Procadet, along with I, have created a Discord server. You may know these authors from fanfics such as Naruto, Hidden Leaf Lightning, Blind Man with Dijitsu, The Power of Human Sacrifice, The Forest's Chosen One, The Scarlet Legend, and more. Each author has their own channel on this Discord server. Naturally, both text and voice channels are available. On our server, you can chat, ask questions, and also find out the release date or exact time of each chapter. https://discord.gg/dmhawaiidsq Part 4 For the entire month, Team 7 spent weeding the garden, catching the feudal lord's wives' cats, cleaning the streets, and so on. Sakura kept complaining, saying the tasks were too easy. Sasuke persisted, insisting it wouldn't help him kill his brother, and so, Teams 7 and 10 stood in the Hokage's office. Hokage. Team 7 and 10, you have a joint mission. We need to escort a mono builder to the Land of Waves. What do you think? Kakashi. I think we can take on a C-rank mission, he replied, knowing the strength of himself and his partner. Asuma. Okay then, my team's already complaining, he replied, thinking nothing bad would happen. Hokage. Tazuna-san, come in. An old man of about 50 years old wearing glasses entered the office. Tazuna. Are you kidding me? What kind of teams are these? These kids need to be protected, he shouted across the room. Hokage. You're with two of your best jonin, so don't worry, our genin can easily handle the bandits, the old man replied confidently. Tazuna resigned himself, and everyone headed out to Konoha's gates. Naruto wasn't worried about anything, so he had everything sealed during the academy. Kakashi. If that's the case, then let's hit the road. Everyone followed the path Naruto had taken on his very first mission, but he immediately sensed someone's chakra, and hatred as well. Kakashi nodded to the blonde, indicating he had noticed as well. Then, two shinobi bandits jumped out of a small puddle and attacked Kakashi. Both managed to kill him. Sakura began screaming. Sasuke trembled with fear. Team 10 protected Tazuna, but Naruto, with his hidden blade, stopped both of their attacks, slitting their wrists and legs. Naruto. Your name, who do you work for? The target of the attack? Kakashi. Great job, Naruto. He smiled as he emerged from the bushes. Gozu. I'm Gozu, and this is Meizu Gato, kill the mono builder. Naruto. Meet him in the afterlife. Naruto immediately stabbed both of them in the chest. This instilled fear in everyone except Kakashi. Kakashi. Could you tell us, Tazuna-san? Thanks to Naruto and I using bait, we were able to defeat them. That's at least rank A. Tazuna. You see, our country has little finance and we are very poor. Gato took everything we had from us. That's why I had to lower my rank," he replied. "Asuma, I think we can move on." Everyone nodded and continued on. As they reached the lake, a huge decapitator flew at them. "Kakashi, lie down!" Naruto just stood there, catching the sword at the last moment and throwing it back. A tall man, covered in bandages, stood in the tree. "Kakashi, Zabuza Momochi, or the demon of the bloody mist," he said. "Naruto, one of the last swordsmen of the mist," the blonde finished. "Zabuza, copy ninja Kakashi, what an honor," he said. "Kakashi, Naruto, I'll cover the builder, and Zabuza will cover you." Naruto nodded and pulled out the katana he had been given. "Zabuza, it will be interesting, boy." Naruto moved with incredible speed, so fast that even Asuma and Kakashi didn't know where he was. Naruto simply slit all the veins in his joints. "Zabuza, you, the one they called the Dark Devil." "Naruto, the devil who will send you to hell. Zabuza, you will meet your other brothers in arms." Naruto lifted him with one hand and threw him into the sky, then he jumped up and kicked him from above. Zabuza fell to his death, and Umbu, watching, attacked Naruto, but he had forgotten about his partner. "Kakashi, Raikiri." Hatake struck the Umbu from behind, killing him. The 7 people standing by were stunned. How could they be such a cohesive team? "Kakashi, excellent work, student," Hatake corrected himself. Naruto, yeah. Everyone walked further to the Mono Builder's house in silence. Almost. Why are Kakashi-sensei and Naruto so well coordinated? Asuma, I don't know, maybe it's because they've known each other for a long time and understand each other without words. Tazuna, come in and go through the rooms. Everyone entered the house where his daughter Tsunami and his grandson Inari were. Everyone went to their rooms. There were 4 free rooms: Asuma, Shikamaru, Choji, Kakashi and Sasuke, Naruto, Ino and Sakura. Naruto looked around the room and unpacked his few things. Taking a towel and a bottle of water, he went outside. Ino, I'll be right back, I'll go outside. Sakura shrugged. Naruto walked up to the lake and began wiping his face with water. Yamanaka watched him from behind a tree. First, he took off his black cloak, then his t-shirt. Ino noticed a tattoo on his shoulder. It was the symbol of an umbu, but it was a complex one. There were 2 stripes at the bottom. Naruto, stop staring at me. Do you think I can't see you behind the tree? Ino came out from the other side of the tree. Seeing his torso, she blushed terribly like a tomato. Ino, I didn't know that you trained a lot. Naruto, yes, that's true. Why are you following me? Ino, I just wanted to look at the lake. Naruto, if you looked, then go back to your friend and your Sasuke-kun, Uzumaki said coldly. Ino, why are you always so cold to us? But not to your sensei. She couldn't resist. Naruto, I was talking about this. He's the one I get along well with in the village. Ino, this is not a reason to push others away. Naruto, should I attract them? Tell me, why be friends with me? Ino, because you're lonely, you have no friends. Naruto, forget about it, now go back, I have things to do. Ino, are you driving me away? Naruto, without answering, returned to the room, leaving her alone. There he donned his full umbu gear and cloak. Kakashi, are you going to see him? He asked, sitting on the sofa. Naruto, yes, you watch here until I return. Hatake shrugged and continued reading. Naruto reached the enormous castle and began dispatching everyone. He reached Gato, killing him and taking all his wealth for himself. The castle had now become a graveyard. Corpses and pools of blood were everywhere. Naruto burned all the bodies and returned peacefully that night. Upon returning, he sealed his clothes and mask in a scroll and fell asleep on the couch. The next morning, he woke up as usual at 6 and went out to stretch, but to his surprise, Teams 7 and 10 were there, all trying to climb a tree using chakra. Kakashi, so did you get the gist of it? He asked everyone. Genins, yes. Naruto stood to the side and decided not to put off his training. Naruto, shadow cloning technique. About 100 clones appeared next to him. Naruto, use all 5 natural elements. Every 20 clones used one technique: fireball, lightning bolt, wind blade, water bullets, earth bullets. Shikamaru, does he have 5 elements? Naruto stood still. When only a meter remained, he drew his katana and caught all the techniques with it, reflecting the elements by channeling chakra into the katana. Then he charged at the clones. Within a few dozen seconds, all the clones were destroyed. All. Wow! Everyone was surprised. Naruto simply returned the katana to its sheath and decided to sit under a tree. Kakashi. You're doing great. Naruto. Oh, come on, it's normal for me. Kakashi. For some, no, you're the third one to use all 5 elements, after the third and me, of course. Naruto. No need to brag, senpai. Kakashi. Sensei, he corrected. Naruto. Sorry, habit. Everyone standing on the side admired his strength. Kakashi. Maybe we should play? Naruto agreed and the two stood opposite each other. Kakashi. Element of fire, fireball. Hatake launched a ball of water at the blonde within a 2-meter radius. Naruto simply released his katana and directed a stream of water, calmly cutting it in half. Naruto. Element of fire, great dragon flame. A huge dragon flew at Hatake and he had to use a replacement. Kakashi. Water element, water dragon. Hatake's water dragon managed to extinguish the fire, but he didn't know the fire dragon was imbued with lightning, and so it was. Kakashi was struck by lightning and fell to the 5th point. Kakashi. Okay, I give up. Everyone was in complete shock. A genin defeated an elite jonin? Maybe he's a genius. Asuma. Wow, Kakashi lost for the first time. Ino. And he is strong. Shikamaru. Mastering the 5th element is not so bad, but combining the elements is something else. Sasuke. You're strong, Uzumaki. I need to get stronger to kill Itachi, he said mentally. Kakashi. Let's learn how to walk on a tree. Naruto. In short, channel more chakra and the bark will break, but if you channel less, you'll simply fall. Naruto calmly walked up the tree all the way to the top. That's it, this will improve your chakra control. It could take days or even weeks, so train. Everyone looked at him with envious glances. Naruto simply lay on the grass and looked at the clouds. Ino. What are you thinking about? She asked, sitting down next to him. Naruto. About what? Or about whom? Ino. I don't know. Naruto. Then why did you ask this question? Ino. Why are you ruining everything? I just wanted to talk to you and find out more. So did Kakashi-sensei. How did you defeat him? Naruto. I channeled 2 elements simultaneously. The first was when I created the dragon. I sent a small bolt of lightning inside it with my hand. After someone extinguished the dragon, the lightning would discharge the person. Ino. Wow, maybe we can be friends. A blush appeared on her cheeks. Naruto. Okay, the blonde replied. Ino. Then tell me about yourself. I know little about you. Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto. I'm 13 years old. I like to sit in silence and look at the stars. I don't like those who put others before themselves. My dream is to bring peace. Now it's yours. Ino. Yamanaka Ino. I'm 12 and will soon be 13. I love flowers. I like Sasuke-kun. I don't like people who ruin nature. My dream. To become one of the best meilenin. Naruto. Consider this the beginning of a friendship. Ino. Yeah, it's a shame I didn't get to know you that much, she said sadly. Naruto. Over time. The Konoha members spent the entire week protecting the bridge's construction and returned to Konoha. Sakura and Ino kept trying to get the Uchiha's attention. Naruto mostly didn't talk to anyone. It was usually Kakashi or Kurama. Kakashi. Hokage-sama, mission accomplished. Hokage. Were there any incidents? Asuma. There were, bandits and one of the swordsmen of the fog. Hokage. I see, I'm glad you made it. Now you can go, you'll get your money later. Everyone went outside. Sakura ran after Sasuke. Asuma went home. Shikamaru and Choji went for a walk. Kakashi read a book. Ino. And where are you going? Naruto. To the right. Ino. I just live there. Both walked silently to the right. Ino! A male voice shouted from ahead. It was a tall, blond man with a ponytail, the head of the Yamanaka clan, Inoichi. Ino. Hi, Dad. Naruto. Hello, bye, Ino. Naruto said and disappeared from sight. Inoichi. Why is he hanging out with you? Did he find a boyfriend? Ino. No, we were just going in the same direction, shouldn't he? Inoichi. No, it's just. It doesn't matter, go home, I have to go. Yamanaka shrugged, but that was odd, why shouldn't he be here? Meanwhile, the blond man walked near the abandoned house until he was surrounded by Root, and Danzo himself. Danzo. Uzumaki Naruto, now you will give us your tailed beast or die here. Naruto. Hello, Danzo-sama, I will decline your offer. Danzo. You are too dangerous, and we will all kill you. All his subordinates pounced on him like wild animals. Naruto tried to keep up and block all the attacks. He could have used the Rinnegan, of course, but that would have made everyone hunt him. In the end, the blonde killed all the Umbu, but suffered serious injuries. After all, Root was too well trained. Danzo. We'll meet again, he said and disappeared. Naruto wanted to go further, but the wound on his body was serious. Danzo knew that the Kyuubi might try to heal him, so he took a poison from Orochimaru that would disable all chakra. Naruto was unable to heal the wounds. Naruto. Exo, he cut off the connection between me and Kurama. I can't even contact him. The blonde man had a wound on his chest. He tried with all his might to keep going, but he lost consciousness near the Yamanaka district. Luckily, Inoichi was there and took the boy home. Entering the house, he laid the boy down on the sofa. Inoichi. Who did this to him? He wondered. Ino. Dad, why are you so early? She asked as she came down and noticed the blonde's hand. Naruto? Inoichi. There's no time, call the Irionins, run! He ordered his daughter. Ino, frightened, ran to the hospital and brought the medical officer. The head of the hospital asked his daughter to stay in the room. He himself sat in the kitchen. A couple of hours later, the medical officer bandaged his torso. Irionin. The wounds were inflicted by sharp objects. The boy's pulse is practically non-existent. He has poison inside him, which is burning his organs like a flame. Inoichi. Is there a chance? Irionin. There is, but not much. I gave him an injection that will slowly remove the poison. I would take him, but the broken ribs could pierce his heart and he will die, so we can't touch him. Inoichi. Thank you. Irionin left, leaving the blonde behind. Ino. Well? Inoichi. You can't touch him. In short, the condition is terrible. I'm sure you'll pull through, son, he said, looking at the blonde. The third one, as soon as he heard about the attack on the blonde, immediately rushed to Inoichi's house, because he had promised his father. Hokage. What's wrong with him? Inoichi. The eagle is in serious condition, Hokage-sama. I found it near my neighborhood. Who could it be? Hokage. Danzo. He probably wanted to extract the Kyuubi from him. Ino. Eagle? What? She didn't understand, crying. Inoichi. Naruto's call sign is Eagle. He's the commander of his own Umbu platoon. But how? He's Konoha's elite. Ino. Umbu? Commander? Elite? Hokage. Naruto-kun is my personal Umbu. He and Kakashi were partners. Did Danzo really find out he was in the village? Inoichi, tell me when he comes to his senses. Inoichi. Got it. Inoichi walked the old man out the door and sat down on a chair. Ino. Dad, maybe you can explain it to me? Inoichi. Naruto Uzumaki is the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki. I know little about his childhood in Konoha, but I heard he died in the attack. Ino. He lived in Konoha? Inoichi. Exactly, Naruto lived in Konoha until he was 4 and then disappeared. According to the third, he was attacked by shinobi from our village, and 6 years later, we found out he was alive. I've known him since he was 10. When he became an Umbu captain, Naruto is always cold and reserved towards everyone except those he cares about. That's only the third and Kakashi. They're the only ones who treat him well. And he treats those he doesn't care about coldly. On missions, he was the cruelest and most dangerous enemy. I've told you too much, but I'll tell you one thing, he's been through a lot, and I wouldn't wish the pain he's gone through on anyone. Ino. I see, and I thought he was kind of cool. Inoichi. Still, treat him politely, he won't tolerate betrayal. Now go to your room and don't touch him. Yamanaka went into her room and fell onto her bed, trying to digest the information. Umbu? Elite Umbu? And they were hunting him, too. All these questions tormented her, and she decided to find out everything about the blonde man later. Part 5 The next day the blonde woke up and his body ached with pain. Kurama. You're lucky I was able to reconnect with you. I'm treating you now. You're in the chambers of a certain head of the Yamanaka clan. Naruto began to remember yesterday. Root Umbu, Danzo, loss of consciousness. Naruto. We have to go, he said and got up from the sofa. The blonde man quietly walked out the door and made his way to his house. Once inside, he took off all his clothes and got into the shower. The wounds began to heal before his eyes. Kurama. Ashura gave you life force, so your regeneration is very powerful. This old man didn't take into account that his poison would last a couple of days at most, on you, of course. Naruto. I must destroy Danzo. Kurama. Did you want to become a missing nin? Naruto. I don't care, I'll kill him and this Orochimaru, they will feel my wrath. And I'll kill them, don't worry, I won't harm others, they will feel pain. Kurama. I'll take your word for it, but don't do anything stupid, Naruto. It's time for me to rest. When there's a fight, tell me, we'll show them. Naruto didn't answer and put on all his equipment. POV Ino. I got out of bed and went downstairs to look for Naruto, but when I got down, he was already gone. It was a shock for me. How? Maybe his attackers took him? I need to find out. NPOV Ino. Naruto appeared in the third's office. Naruto. I'm back, Hokage-sama. Hokage. Eagle? How are you? Who attacked you? Naruto. Danzo Shimura and his root. He found out I was alive and wanted to extract the Kyuubi from me. Hokage. Damn him, can you move? Your team is resting now, since you were seriously wounded. I didn't tell anyone about it. Naruto. I need to get rid of the hunt for myself. Hokage. You'll have to do it yourself, kill Danzo. Naruto. Fine. The blonde retreated to Root's base and began to disperse everyone with his silent assassination. Only Shimura remained. He sat calmly in the room, plotting his plan to kill the blonde. He didn't even notice how the blonde managed to infiltrate and kill him. Naruto used Amaterasu and incinerated Shimura's body. Afterwards, he returned to the Hokage. Naruto. I killed Danzo, he didn't even notice who killed him or how. Hokage. Now we won't have any problems. The Chunin exams are coming up soon, and you'll have to skip it. I don't know what to do about it, considering you're one of my best Umbu, and especially an important person. The Yamanaka clan head's daughter knows you're an Umbu, and Inoichi made her keep quiet about it. Naruto. I'm sure no one will find out until further notice. I've already been cursed with the nickname Dark Devil, because I killed so many missing nin. Hokage. I see, Shursui of the Body Flicker, Kakashi of the Sharingan, Yellow Lightning, White Fang, Dark Devil, and moreover, everyone with those nicknames is a genius. You can go, recover fully. Naruto. Hi. The blonde bowed and disappeared from the office. The blonde man decided to go thank his savior and bought a pendant for her daughter, while he himself bought a bracelet and a fair amount of groceries. Arriving at their house, he knocked on the door, and his daughter opened it. Ino. Naruto? But how? You were lying in bed. Naruto. It doesn't matter, I brought a small gift, to thank you. The blonde man handed her the package. Ino took the bag and immediately dropped it on the floor. As it was too heavy for her, the blonde sighed heavily, took the bag, and placed it on the table. Ino. Maybe we should talk? I boiled some tea. Naruto nodded and they both sat down at the table. He knew she was about to pester him with questions. Ino. Why didn't you tell me you were an Umbu? And that you were the bearer of the Kyuubi? Naruto. If I'd told you earlier, Danzo would have wanted to kill me immediately and take my eyes and the Kyuubi. I'd die from the extraction. I knew he'd find out sooner or later. I'm the second ANBU captain after Kakashi and an elite jonin of Konoha, all under the third's protection. He also knew Danzo could find out who I am. Now he's gone, and I can reach my full potential. Ino. Eyes? But I heard it was only Kyuubi. Naruto immediately directed chakra into his eyes and activated Rinnegan in one side and Sharingan in the other. Ino. Sharingan? Like Sasuke-kun's? And this, what's it called, Rinnegan? She asked, surprised. Naruto. Exactly, Danzo may have only known about the Sharingan, but I have an eternal Manjikyu. Your Sasuke only has 2 volumes, while mine is much more powerful. The Rinnegan is a power bestowed upon me by the Sage of the Six Paths. Because of this power, I received the title of Dark Devil, like Kakashi, for example, but he only has a Manjikyu. Ino. Why does he wear a bandage? Naruto. He's not a true Uchiha, so he can't deactivate it like Sasuke. With his eye open, it drains him of his chakra. Ino. So you're an Uchiha too? Naruto. Of course not, it's because of the genes my Uchiha ancestor gave me. I can deactivate my eyes at any time. I only told you out of friendship, and don't tell anyone. If they find out, they'll hunt me down. I'm worth at least 50 million ryo on the black market. I hope I don't regret telling you. Ino. I promise that not a single soul will find out. Naruto. Very good, thank you. Ino. And you have a girlfriend? A blush appeared on her face. She scolded herself internally. Why did she even ask that question? Now she was definitely going to get into trouble. Naruto coughed at her question. Naruto. No, why do you need it? Ino. I was just curious. Naruto. Do you really like me more than your Sasuke? Ino. No, he's not mine. Naruto. I see, asking if I have a girlfriend. Naruto started to play a little prank on her. Do you love me? I mean you? No, I was just curious. It's just weird that someone so handsome, sweet, and with blue eyes doesn't have a girlfriend. Having said this, she blushed terribly and looked away. Naruto. I didn't know that I was like that. Don't be modest. All the girls at the academy looked at you with adoration, just like they did Sasuke-kun. She clearly didn't understand. How could such a sweet blonde be so dangerous and brutal in battle? He was certainly cold, but she understood that it was probably so no one would know he was involved with someone, and that could put someone in danger. Naruto. I'm not interested in them. It was nice to sit here. I'll be going, bye. The blonde man calmly walked out the door and went home. Yamanaka didn't even have time to respond, but inside she was clearly glad he didn't have a girlfriend. Now I won't leave you alone. I'll win your heart, and you'll be mine. I don't give a damn about the cold and rude Uchiha anymore, she said to herself. The next day. Hokage. Naruto-kun, I'm sorry, but Danzo's death means you'll have to flee Konoha. Naruto. It's clear. Hokage. Where will you go now? Naruto. A nuke Nin, of course, but you must give me the task secretly. It's best not to tell anyone about me. Hokage. I must tell you about Uchiha Itachi. The Uchiha clan launched a coup and many Uchiha died. Itachi was forced to wipe out the clan, but he was allowed to keep his brother. Find Itachi and be together. He is now with the Akatsuki group. Naruto. Good, let no one know the truth about me. That same night the blonde was about to leave, but a female and male voice stopped him. It was Kakashi and Sakura. Where were they coming from? Kakashi. Naruto? Where are you going? Naruto. Isn't it clear to you? Kakashi. Is it really true that you killed Danzo? Naruto. That's right, he felt my wrath to the fullest. I took revenge for him trying to kill me. Don't stand in my way, Kakashi. Kakashi. Sakura, run to the residence and report to the Hokage. I'll try to detain Naruto. Sakura immediately ran to the residence. Kakashi was clearly in shock. His comrade, the one who had become like a younger brother, had killed an elder? He knew he was inferior, of course, but he wanted to stop his friend more. Kakashi. Stop, Naruto. I can't let you leave Konoha and become a missing Nin, he said, activating his Sharingan. Naruto. It's not up to you, old man. Do you think they'll accept me after killing Danzo? They'll want to execute me. Forgive me. Naruto placed him in a genjutsu and walked further out of the village. The Hokage decided to call a clan council. Hokage. Naruto Uzumaki left Konoha after killing Danzo's Shimura. Shikaku. For what? Inoichi. Perhaps because of the attack on him. Hokage. I ask you to remain silent about this matter. He had to flee Konoha because he could be executed. I have given my permission, but let his secret remain a secret. Don't tell anyone. All. Okay. They answered in chorus. Part 6 In the hospital, all the genin and their teachers sat next to Kakashi. Asuma. The exam will be in a month, since Suna has problems and they asked us to change the time. Sakura. And how is Kakashi-sensei? Kurinai. Naruto-kun put him in Jinjutsu, he got it hard. Asuma. I can't believe it, Naruto killed Danzo and left Konoha. Naruto was recently seriously injured and I seem to have heard something about Root and that they attacked him. Asuma. Now it's clear, Danzo Shimura wanted to kill him and take the Nine-Tails power. Kurinai. And Naruto-kun had to kill him and Root. She finished. Sakura. He seemed to say something about revenge, anger and pain. Kakashi. Where is he? He asked, holding his head and opening his eyes. Asuma. Naruto left the village. Do you remember anything? Kakashi. I tried to dissuade him, but he wouldn't listen. The last thing I noticed was him putting me under a genjutsu. Sasuke. Where did he get this genjutsu? He asked thoughtfully. Kakashi. Naruto has a Sharingan, but not a simple one, it's the eternal Manjikyu Sharingan. Everyone except Ino. What? Kakashi. It doesn't matter where he's from, but Naruto is too dangerous an opponent, just like Itachi. Anger boiled inside Sasuke after the mention of that name. Ino. I didn't expect this from him. How can he leave his home village and betray it? She asked through tears. Kiba. But at least we won't have any losers. Kurinai. Kiba! If you don't stop, I'll punish you for a long time. Kurenai was angry. Kakashi. Unlike you, Naruto is an elite jounin and the former second Umbu captain of my team after me. I will not allow anyone to insult my comrade and friend, he said, clenching his fists. Sasuke. Is he really so strong that he defeated you? Kakashi. I don't know how strong he is, since he's never shown his full strength. All I know is red wings, red eyes, and brutality against missing Nin. Asuma. He looks like a handsome and kind guy, a little cold, but as I've seen on missions, he's very cruel and dangerous to his opponents. Ino. We can get it back, right? Kakashi. Who knows? Sakura. Ino, are you really in love with him? You haven't been paying attention to Sasuke-kun lately. Ino blushed terribly after that. Had she really fallen in love with Uzumaki? Or was it like with Sasuke? Naruto is strong, smart, sometimes cold, but understandable. He's muscular and tall, but Sasuke is inferior in everything, except for his coldness and rudeness. Ino. No, well, Kami. Yes, I love him. She couldn't resist. Here she was met with surprised glances. Kakashi. I see, and what do you intend to do? Ino. I'll give it back, she said firmly. Asuma. Commendable, now off to training. All the genins wearily walked out onto the training ground. A blond man in a black cloak stood in the forest, waiting for someone. A tall man with red hair and piercings approached him. His name was Pain. Naruto. And you've been Pain for a very long time, Pain. Pain. Who are you? Why did you call me? He asked coldly. Naruto. Dark Devil or Uzumaki Naruto. I want to join Akatsuki. I'm a missing Nin from Konoha. The reason for leaving is because I killed an elder. Pain. I see, so it's you, the killer of the most dangerous missing Nin. Follow me, Naruto. Naruto followed Pain, who said nothing along the way. He realized the leader was dangerous, cold, and instilled fear in his eyes. He wasn't afraid, as he could easily kill the leader, but he needed Uchiha Itachi. Upon reaching the lair, he received the cloak and was ordered to cut the mark on his forehead protector. Pain. We'll start catching Jinchuriki soon. In the meantime, you'll be teamed up with Itachi Uchiha, also a Konoha member. Naruto. Okay, Pain, I'm all for it. Itachi. Naruto-san, let's get to know each other better. Naruto. May I have permission? He asked, looking at Pain. Pain. Of course, you're a team now, meet the others. He pointed at the 8 people. Haiden, Kakuzu, Deidara, Sasori, Zetsu, Konin, Kisame, Tobi. Naruto. Nice to meet new allies. Kakuzu. You are a fearless boy. Naruto. I have nothing and no one to fear. Sasori. Kakuzu, it's not polite to address your comrade that way. Naruto. Don't worry, Sasori, I'm sure we'll all become friends. Naruto went into the spare room Pain showed him, followed by Itachi. He knew this guy, but who was he? Itachi. Who are you? Why did you come from Konoha? He pulled out a kunai. Naruto. Calm down, I killed Danzo and had to run. Itachi. You killed Danzo? How? Why? Naruto. Because he wanted to get rid of me. Itachi. Do you know my younger brother? Uchiha Sasuke? Naruto. Of course, this guy was on my team. He's the one who dreams about killing his older brother. I know your intentions and why you wiped out the clan. I killed the one who wanted to take the Kyuubi from me. Itachi. So you're that Jinchuriki? Uchiha was surprised. Naruto. Of course, Itachi-san, let's not talk about that. So, how's your life in Akatsuki? Itachi. Don't ask, I'm fine. Naruto. Since you are on the same team, tell us about your techniques. Itachi. Genjutsu, Manjiki Sharingan, Shuriken, Amaterasu, 3 elements, fire, wind, water, you have it? Naruto. All 5 elements and the Mokuton genome, Eternal Manjikyu, Rinnegan, Dragon and Eagle Senjutsu, Genjutsu. Itachi's jaw dropped to the ground. What? Mokuton, VMSH, Rinnegan, this guy? Itachi. Where did you get such strength, Naruto-san? Naruto. I don't want to talk about it anyway. I hope we can work together. Itachi. Fine. This is how Uzumaki's first day in Akatsuki went. The Chunin exams took place in Konoha. Hiruzen died at the hands of Orochimaru. The Suna shinobi and Shikaku Jinchuriki went berserk and was saved by Jiraiya, who placed a seal on his forehead. Orochimaru bit Sasuke's neck and waited for him to come to him for strength. The third's funeral took place. Pain. Naruto, Itachi, you should visit Konoha. Your task is to mark all the places on the map. You have about a week. Naruto and Itachi. Eat. Hiden. Don't screw up, bitches, said the guy with the scythe. Naruto. Don't worry, Hiden, the blonde replied calmly. Both partners made their way to Konoha. Fortunately, they were allowed through, as no one had seen their faces or Akatsuki's organization. They quickly began marking all the guarded areas and finished an hour later, meeting up near a lake. Itachi. Let's take a little walk, I haven't been here for a long time. Naruto. Yes, there is, although I only left the village a month ago. Kurenai. Stop! Uchiha Itachi! She shouted from behind. Asuma. Why did you come back after the clan was slaughtered? Naruto. Itachi-san, what are we going to do? A rough voice asked them. Itachi. Patience, partner, we're here on personal business, Asuma-san. Seisei. Chidori! He shouted, technique in hand, but was thrown back by Itachi's kick. Itachi. My stupid little brother. Itachi lifted him by the neck with one hand and held him there, looking into his eyes. You know what you lack? Hatred. Naruto. Shall we dance, guys? He asked, pulling out his katana. Asuma. But you'll die dancing, Akatsuki, he said, pulling out his brass knuckles and attacking the blonde. Ash clouds? Naruto. Absorption. The blonde absorbed the technique simply by looking at it. He raised both hands. Shinra Tensei! Asuma and Kurenai were thrown back towards the water and landed on their feet. Kakashi. Raikiri. He tried to stab the blonde from behind, but the blonde dodged and hit him in the stomach, sending Hatake flying. Guy. Leaf Whirlwind. Guy hit him with all his might, but unfortunately for him, Naruto blocked it and didn't even move an inch. Naruto. The Konoha shinobi are still weak. Do you really think you can cope with Itachi-san and me? Kakashi. It can't be. Naruto. Did you figure it out? The blonde took off his hat, and Naruto stood before everyone. You're still as smart and resourceful as ever, my friend. Asuma. Naruto? Kurenai. Why did you join Akatsuki? Naruto. It's not up to you to decide why or where. I'd kill you all here, but I'd rather spare you and let you live, just for old time's sake. Stand in our way, and Konoha will die forever. The blonde's words horrified everyone. Itachi understood that the blonde was only pretending, protecting the village from others, just as he himself protected it from the shadows. Itachi. Naruto-san, it's time for us to go, he said, letting go of Sasuke, who he had cast a genjutsu on. Naruto. Okay, Itachi-san. I'll finish something. Water release, death needle. Numerous needles pierced the legs of all four jonin, but the blonde did so temporarily, not wanting to injure them, especially Kakashi. Both disappeared from the village. Asuma. What kind of technique is this? I don't feel any pain, except at the beginning. Kakashi. It looks like our Naruto didn't mean any harm. Let's take Sasuke and take him to the hospital. Part 7 A council was held in Konoha to discuss the question of who would be Hokage. Koharu. I propose that we give the position to you, Jiraiya. Hamura. Exactly, there's no one else who could fill this role except you. Tsunade. The third would like you to become Hokage. Jiraiya. I can't. If Naruto is alive, then I have to bring him back. Hamura. Naruto Uzumaki is the village's weapon and betrayed us. Because of him, Orochimaru attacked us and killed Hiruzen. Jiraiya. Why did he leave the village? Inoichi. Naruto was in Umbu and Danzo Shimura learned the Jinchuriki was alive. Root and Danzo attacked him, leaving him half dead. I was lucky I found him. Kakashi. Naruto spoke of pain, of revenge, and killed Danzo. He most likely had to flee after the murder. Koharu. Naruto Uzumaki must be killed or publicly executed. He's caused too much trouble for Konoha, and he even dared to show up in Konoha with Uchiha Itachi. Jiraiya. So Naruto joined Akatsuki. What's his fighting power? Kakashi. Such that he can kill anyone. Shikaku. I don't think Naruto-kun should be sentenced to death. Perhaps there's some explanation for that. Inoichi. That's exactly it. Koharu. Just because your son is friends with him, and your daughter is head over heels in love with him, doesn't mean we can't execute him. Tsunade, angry at the old man, quickly walked up to them and lifted them by the scruff of their necks. Tsunade. Don't you dare. I'll become Hokage and solve Konoha's problems myself. You're already sitting in the third's ass. The poor guy doesn't know who his parents are, and you didn't even tell him. You tried to send him to the root and turn him into a ruthless killer, to end his life. Now I won't let you. If his mother were here, oh, she would have killed everyone here. The two elders had to leave, because Princess Tsunade was right. Jiraiya, however, was in complete shock. Could this really be the elder's plan? He still didn't know who his parents were. Had they been trying to kill him all along? Kakashi. What are we going to do with Naruto? Tsunade. What else? We'll try to bring him back to Konoha, and the escaped Uchiha too. Jiraiya. What? Uchiha? Kakashi. Sasuke ran away at night to Orochimaru for strength. No one saw where he was. Tsunade. Why the hell did your team become missing, Nin? Sasuke Uchiha, one of the two Uchiha, ran away. Naruto Uzumaki, the head of the Uzumaki clan and Jinchuriki, also ran away. Keep an eye on Kakashi's third student. Hayashi. I propose sending members of the Bloodhound clans to search for them. Kakashi. It's not worth it. If we get in Naruto's way, he'll destroy all of Konoha. Jiraiya. Are you sure? Naruto can't be capable of this. The Sannin said in fear. Kakashi. Naruto is very strong in combat, and extremely dangerous. He's considered a devil because he kills his enemies so painfully and burns them to ashes. I wouldn't recommend messing with him or Itachi. They're both incredibly strong and were Anbu captains at about the same age. Tsunade. What do you know about Sasuke? Kakashi. Sasuke wants to kill his brother with all his might, but I don't think Naruto will let him kill his partner. If Naruto befriends someone, it's forever. Shikaku. Then why didn't he do the same with you and betray someone close to him? Kakashi. He would have killed me when he wanted to leave, but he didn't. The same thing happened the second time we met. He released water needles. It hurt at first, but in the end, the pain disappeared. He would have killed me if we were just comrades, but he only left me alive because we were Anbu friends. Tsunade. The meeting is over. When we find information about the Uchiha and Uzumaki, we'll try to catch them. There were 4 people training at the training ground and Sarutobi Asuma was watching them. I wonder how Sasuke and Naruto are doing? Sakura. I can't believe it. Sasuke-kun became a missing Nin. One of Konoha's strongest shinobi went to that snake Orochimaru. She began to cry. Why do you always think about Sasuke? What about Naruto? He saved your ass and you didn't even thank him. Yamanaka was indignant. Sakura. Fuck you, you pig. I don't want to and I won't. It's not up to you to decide. If you need him so much, then find your favorite. Well, I'll find him. Unlike your Sasuke, he's much taller, kinder and smarter, and stronger too. Sakura. Really? Asuma. Naruto nearly killed the 4 of us Jounin. Even Kakashi couldn't hold out against him. While Itachi was tormenting his brother, Naruto scattered us like children. Do you see? Sakura. Sasuke-kun can do that too. Shikamaru. You're really annoying. Nara couldn't take it anymore. Asuma. Shikamaru's right. Stop arguing or I'll torment you during training. You haven't even become Chunin yet, except for Shikamaru and Niji. Choji. We'll pass it next time. That's right. Let's return Naruto to the village. Sakura. And Sasuke-kun too. Asuma. If that's your attitude, then go run 15 laps around the clearing. The sensei shouted. And so about 2 years have passed. Akatsuki has managed to capture everyone except the 1 tail, 8 tails, and 9 tails. Pain decided not to deprive the organization of a powerful member and simply wanted to capture anyone with even a small amount of chakra. The blonde has mastered many techniques. From Pain himself, who taught him the techniques he himself knows, he has grown noticeably taller. A full 183 centimeters, and his weight is almost the same. His clothing has changed, an Akatsuki cloak, dark pants, a mesh t-shirt inside, and a mask in the shape of a white spiral with permanently red eyes. A katana was on his belt, and the headband is in his room. On one hand, Pain was glad they had this guy in the organization. To him, he was like his friend Yahiko. But on the other hand, he thought he might betray them and it would be easy for him to wipe out the entire organization. The blonde also met a certain Tobi, who seemed stupid but was actually very serious and called himself Uchiha. Madara. Naruto understood that he was dangerous and best not to mess with him. Itachi kept waiting for his brother to come for him and kill him. Besides Itachi, his best friends were Kisame and Deidara. Both were cheerful types. He certainly talked to Haiden, but Haiden constantly talked about his lord, Jashin. Pain. Naruto, Itachi, Deidara, Sasori, your task is to capture the 1 tail, who lives in Suna and is the village's Kazekage, a young man with a pumpkin on his back and red hair. Do it quickly. Naruto, Deidara, Sasori, Itachi. Eat. All four left, and Pain sat at the table and a man in a spiral mask appeared next to him. Madara. Are you sure he won't betray us? Pain. I don't know, but we'll be sure that he will help us catch all the tailed ones, and then we'll kill him. Madara. Sooner or later he may stand against us, and it will be easy for him to kill all the Akatsuki members. Pain. Then I'll kick him out of Akatsuki along with Itachi. If he gets in our way, we'll both die. Madara. Don't worry about Itachi, he wants his brother Sasuke to kill him with his own hands. Both leaders closed the matter. The four missing Nin reached Suna. Itachi. So then, Deidara, you and Naruto will attack from above, and Sasori-san and I will attack from below. We'll try not to make a fuss. Naruto. I don't think that will work. Suna is too small, which means if they raise the alarm, we'll be surrounded. Deidara. Kazekage is mine personally. Sasori. Leave the entrance to the village to me, I'll sort it out. Itachi. Naruto-san, let's cover our guys' retreat. Naruto. Okay, Itachi-san, we'll wait for you here, don't be late. The two Akatsuki wanted to object to the guy, but they understood that he had a better strategy and plan. Itachi. Do you think I'll meet Naruto-san's brother soon? Naruto. I don't know, my friend, I don't know, but I can't let you die. Sasuke only chases power and has nothing else in his head. Itachi. You're right, but I have to let him kill me. Naruto. And I said no, do you think I'll let you die? Itachi. Have I really become so dear to you? Naruto. Exactly, you and I are brothers. Itachi. That's right, let's wait for them. Kazekage Gaara's fight with Deidara ended with him losing to the Akatsuki member. Sasori was waiting for him at the entrance, and both emerged from the boundary. The Konoha duo approached them. Itachi. Excellent, it's time. Kankuro. Akatsuki! Stop! The boy with the painted face shouted. Naruto. Tsukiyomi. The blonde cast Tsukiyomi on the enemy, and they all went into the lair. Shizen. Tsunade-sama, Kazekage Gaara was attacked and taken away by Akatsuki. Tsunade. Call the Chunin teams. Half an hour later there were 4 teams standing in the office. Tsunade. Kakashi, Sakura, Yamato, Team Asuma, Kurenai, Guy, you need to stop Akatsuki, go to Suna. All. There is Hokage-sama. A team from Konoha headed to Suna. Sakura and Ino helped the wounded, and they set out to stop Akatsuki. Ino, Kakashi, and Yamato were overjoyed. They would see Naruto, who might have changed. Their path was blocked by 2 Akatsuki members, Kisame and the guy in the spiral mask. Naruto. Jounin and Chunin of Konoha, do you really think you can stop us? Kurenai. Demonic illusion tree-bound death! She shouted, casting a genjutsu on the blonde, but she herself found herself in her own technique. Naruto. Do you think your genjutsu can resist me? Asuma. I'll kill you! He shouted, activating his knuckles, into which he channeled chakra and pierced the blonde from the front. First one ready. Naruto. First? You can't count? He asked innocently, his wound healing before his eyes. Kakashi. Who are you? Naruto. Me? The one who wants to bring peace. I told you, if you stand in my way, you'll die. All the Jonin remembered these words. Could it really be that blonde guy? Kakashi. Naruto? Yamato. Mokuton, wooden shackles. Naruto. Fireball. The blonde's flames were extinguished by Yamato's technique. Naruto. That's not it, Yamato. Have you really become that weak? I'm too lazy to even use Mokuton. Shikamaru. Shadow imitation technique. Ino. Consciousness transfer. Yamanaka found herself in his subconscious, where there was an island and the 9-tailed Kurama lying on a hill. Behind her stood a blonde man who touched her shoulder. Naruto. Get out of here. Ino. Why? Why did you leave the village? Naruto. It's not up to you to decide, Ino. Ino. Then I'll take you back to the village. Naruto. Good luck, baby. Naruto pushed her out of his subconscious. Choji. Meet Tank. Guy and Lee. Leaf Whirlwind. Sakura. Take that. Kiba. Gutsuga. Miji and Hinata. Soft Fist. Kakashi. Raikiri. Yamato and Asuma. Typhoon. Water Whirlwind. They all rushed at the blonde. At the last moment, he activated his Rinnegan and was able to absorb the technique. Naruto. Shinra Tensei. The technology pushed everyone aside. The blonde stood there, waiting for the attack. Kisame. Naruto-san, you rest, and I'll play with them. Naruto. Okay, Kisame-san, have fun. Part 8 Kisame was still toying with his enemies. He was certainly very strong, but he had a problem. Might Guy, who could kill him with the help of a gate. Ino Shikacho decided to take on Uzumaki, and Kakashi joined them. Ino. Why? Why are you like this? Don't you understand, like I do, how much we want you back? She asked, standing before him in tears. Naruto. Why do you need me back? He asked, rushing with Raikiri. Ino. Because I love you, she said quietly, waiting for her death at the hands of her loved one. Naruto stopped at the last word and dispelled the technique. Naruto. Do you love me? Why? What's so good about me that a beautiful blonde, who's probably the whole village's shoo-in, has fallen in love with me? Ino. You are very kind and good, Naruto. Please, come back to Konoha. We will live happily ever after. Together, all of us. She ran her hand over Uzumaki's chest and began to remove his mask, but the blonde grabbed her hand. Naruto. Do you think your kind words will touch me? I don't mean to offend you, but the only thing that awaits me in Konoha is execution. I'd rather die at the hands of my friends than at the hands of others. I'm not who I used to be, Ino. Naruto looked at his partner, who was fighting with the others. Kisame-san, I think it's time to leave here. Kisame. And I really wanted to play with them some more, but you're right, Naruto-san. Both immediately disappeared from the enemy's sight. Asuma. Was he consumed by hatred? Kakashi. There's still a drop of goodness left in him. He didn't touch Ino, even though she came very close to him. Kurenai. Why didn't he touch her? Shikamaru. She confessed her love to him, maybe because of this. Kiba. How can you love this loser? Hinata. Why do you love the missing Nin? Neji. Should we name the loser who almost interrupted us? Deidara. Catch him, he shouted, laying the body on the ground. Thank Naruto-san for keeping him alive. Kakashi. Kazekage-sama. Are you alive? Gaara. The guy in the white mask revived me and told me not to show up again. Kakashi and Asuma. At least we can thank him for that. Gaara. Do you know him? Kakashi. My former partner in Umbu and friend. Gaara. So why did he leave the village? Kakashi. The murder of an elder. Gaara. Okay then, goodbye, Konoha is with you. The Konoha team returned with both good and bad news. Yamanaka began to blame herself for not being able to bring him back. Tsunade. Well? Kakashi. They were able to extract the one tail. The Kazekage remained alive. Tsunade. It's strange, the person dies during the extraction. Senju mused. Kakashi. Naruto left him alive and brought him back to us. Tsunade. Did you meet him? How is he? Kakashi. We encountered him as we were approaching the lair. Naruto blocked our path, and we almost lost. He had changed drastically, but he still had a heart inside. Yamanaka Ino tried to stop him herself, but she failed. Even when we all attacked him together, we lost because of his new Rinnegan Dojutsu ability. Tsunade. Rinnegan? We've got a big problem now, but the fact that he left you alive makes me very happy. Something's fishy here. Senju began rummaging through the papers and came across a safe. Opening it, she found Naruto Uzumaki's file. Tsunade. Naruto Uzumaki, the former NBU captain who killed Danzo Shimura, on my orders, left the village and became a missing Nin. He is currently a spy for Akatsuki, ensuring they don't attack Konoha. If I die, then whoever reads this must tell him the truth about what you know. This will be a signal to him that he can return to the village and that his mission is over. But there is a problem. 2 elders will not accept him and will force him to be executed. She read. Kakashi. So this is his assignment? Tsunade. Exactly, we don't have much chance of getting him back. We need to find him first, and then tell him his report. We'll deal with the elders. Kakashi. Understood, Hokage-sama. Tsunade. Naruto's godfather, Jiraiya, wants to deal with him. Your task is to bring back Uchiha Sasuke by capturing Itachi, so he'll bite the bullet. You'll start in a week. Kakashi. Yes sir, Hokage-sama. Sakura's team had 3 new members. Sai and Yoshiro were Chunin, and Yamato was the new second mentor. All the Chunins or former classmates of Naruto and Sasuke were in the clearing. 10-10. What are we going to do? How are we going to get Sasuke-kun and Naruto-kun back? Shikamaru. I don't know. Kiba. I suggest that when we meet them, we kill them both. Choji. What are you talking about? Naruto and Sasuke are our former classmates. Kiba. Really? Inuzuka looked at the bawling Yamanaka. Stop crying, Ino. 10-10. Kiba. She's worried about Sasuke-kun and Naruto-kun. Sigh. Don't we have any chance of getting them back? To catch Sasuke, we need bait, and about Naruto-kun, well. Yoshiro. Who are these? That the most beautiful girl in Konoha is crying? Ino. Because I love Naruto. I will definitely bring him back to Konoha. She wiped away her tears and stood up. Yoshiro. What did you see in this Naruto? Ino. Leave me alone. You won't understand this at all, she replied rudely. Naruto was still sitting in the lair thinking about something. Deidara. What are you thinking about? He asked, sitting down next to her on the sofa. Naruto. No, nothing, Deidara-san. Deidara. By the way, why did you bring the Kazekage back to life? Naruto. I felt sorry for their village, and at least let him see how the eternal Tsukiyomi begins. Deidara. Well, okay, Naruto, get some rest. He patted his comrade on the shoulder. A month passed. Sasuke, it turned out, had killed Orochimaru and his minions. He thought he was useless and founded Team Taka, which included Yugo, Karen Uzumaki, and Setgetsu. Itachi waited and waited for his brother and decided to meet him. The Konoha team, consisting of Kakashi, Yamato, Ino Shikacho, Kiba, Shino, Hinata, Niji, Sai, Yoshiro, and Sakura, began searching for Itachi to lure Sasuke. Kakashi gave each of them a summoning dog, and everyone split up. Itachi reported the meeting place, which was the Uchiha lair. Naruto, Deidara, and Kisame, his comrades and partners, decided to join him, betraying Akatsuki. Then Tak's team approached the three. Sasuke. Where is Uchiha Itachi? He asked, looking at the guy in the white mask. Naruto. He's waiting for you, just you. If you all go, you'll die together. Sasuke walked past them alone, further towards Itachi. Suigetsu. Kisame-san, mind if we practice together? Who has the better sword? Kisame. Little Suigetsu, of course, come on. Naruto. Make sure you don't kill each other. Although, few could stand up to Kisame-san. Deidara. Naruto-san, well, don't raise Hashigaki like that. Karen. Naruto? So you're the one they called the devil? The red-haired girl was frightened. Naruto. You're a smart one, my little redhead. Wish your Sasuke luck, if he survives. The Konoha team found Sasuke and were going after him, but they were blocked by a guy in an orange spiral mask named Tobi. Kiba. And who are you? Tobi. Oh, hi, I'm Tobi. He replied cheerfully. Yamato. We haven't seen you before, and the mask looks like Naruto's. Tobi. I'm new. Kakashi. Where are Naruto and Itachi? Tobi. Itachi is fighting his younger brother, and Naruto-san is fighting him. Tobi said, a little offended. Kakashi. Everyone split up, and I'll cover you. He shouted to everyone. Itachi. My last trump card, Susanoo. He said, barely approaching his younger brother. Sasuke trembled with fear as Itachi removed the seal on his neck. At the last moment, he flicked his brother on the forehead. Itachi. Forgive me, Sasuke, there won't be another time. He smiled and fell down dead. Naruto, Kisame, and Deidara were having fun with Taka. Zetsu. Uchiha Itachi is dead, Sasuke has won. He said, appearing next to Tobi. Tobi. It was fun with you kids, we'll play another time. His voice was different now. Kakashi. We need to find Sasuke first and get him, then Naruto too, let's go. The Konoha team rushed to the battlefield with all their might. Naruto, having learned the outcome of the battle, appeared and took Itachi's body, and Sasuke then took Tobi. Kisame. Itachi-san. Naruto. We need to leave, and quickly. Deidara, fly with Itachi and Kisame on your clay. I have to meet someone. Head north, 5 kilometers from here, there should be a cave there. The two Akatsuki took their comrade's body and left. Team Taka followed Sasuke and left. Naruto stood there until Team Konoha arrived. Naruto. You've been Konoha for a very long time. It's a shame Sasuke beat Itachi. He was lucky his older brother gave in. Kakashi. Naruto, I know everything. Let's go back to Konoha. Naruto. I'm surprised. Did you reveal that secret? No, I won't be back yet, not until I sort out my personal affairs. There's nothing to gain here. You better leave. Ino. Stop, Naruto, please, for yourself, for the village, please. Naruto. Don't worry. The blonde looked at the two newcomers. One was a brunette with pale skin, and the other was just a brunette with disheveled hair. I see they've found replacements for Sasuke and me. Yoshiro. I'll kill you, missing Nin! He rushed towards him with a kunai and immediately flew back from Shinra Tensei. Naruto. Try as much as you want, you can't go onto the battlefield. Sasuke took Tobi, and I took my friend Itachi-san. Yamato. Is Itachi alive? Naruto. Dead, but I will resurrect him with my eyes. Kakashi. What's wrong with you, Naruto? Why don't you want to come back to us? Ino wants you back with all her might, because she's loyal to you and loves you alone. Your godfather, Jiraiya, is searching the world for you. The new 5th Hokage was your mother's friend and wants you back too. I want you back too. You were my closest friend and brother. Naruto. Kakashi, I understand everything, but don't interfere with me. Protect the village. Cloud and Stone could declare war on Konoha at any moment. Find out from the 5th Hokage. I value what's dear to you, but I'll only return when I've destroyed one. Kakashi. And what then? Naruto. It's a secret, I won't tell. Bye bye, Inochika. He smiled through his mask and walked off toward his comrades. Part 9 Naruto rushed along the route where his two friends and the corpse of his adopted brother were. Naruto. Divine Resurrection. The Uchiha's body began to come to life. Itachi. What happened to me? How am I alive? Where is Sasuke? He asked, leaning on his elbow. Naruto? Kisame? Deidara? Kisame. We are no longer Akatsuki. Deidara. We did this for you, Itachi-san. Naruto. I resurrected you with the Rinnegan. Sasuke is with Madara now. Itachi. Thank you, guys. Now I want to go to Izumi. Naruto. Izumi? Another Uchiha? He asked in surprise. Itachi. Yes, she's alive and now lives in the land of tea. I must restore the clan, and I'll leave Sasuke to you, Naruto. Kisame. Itachi-san, will we see each other again? Itachi. I don't know, Kisame. Someday we'll all meet up and have a blast. I'd go protect Konoha, but I can't leave her alone. Naruto-san, I'm leaving this to you. Itachi placed a hand on his comrade's shoulder. Naruto. Okay, Itachi-san, don't disappear, and I'll drop by sometime. Itachi smiled at everyone and disappeared into Shunshin. Kisame and Deidara exchanged glances, their own thoughts on their own. Naruto. You can also go wherever you want. Deidara. And where are you going? Naruto. To stop the coming war, what else? Kisame. I'm with you, Naruto-san, I have nothing to catch in the mist. Deidara. For company, but I'll show everyone my art. Naruto. Let's begin a short journey to Konoha. Kakashi. Hokage-sama, mission failed. Tsunade. What happened there? Jiraiya. Here I am, he said, coming in through the window. Kakashi. Sasuke killed Itachi. Naruto said he took his friend's body. Tsunade. So he was there too. Jiraiya. It makes sense that two Konoha members would stick together. What about my godfather? I've never seen him. Kakashi. He's fine, Jiraiya-sama, Hokage-sama, is what Naruto said true? Rock and Cloud want to declare war on Konoha. Tsunade. Yes, that's right, they want to destroy our village because Konoha has become stronger. Jiraiya. So why didn't you tell anyone? Tsunade. Who am I going to tell? I recently received a letter from them saying they'll soon attack us. Umbu. Hokage-sama, the Akatsuki leader himself is on Konoha territory. Jiraiya. We need to protect Konoha, now. Kakashi, Jiraiya, Asuma, Tsunade, Kurenai, and Guy stood in front of Pain, who had 7 bodies. Pain. Because your 2 renegades betrayed us, Konoha will die. Tsunade. Asuma, Kurenai, Guy, gather your team and march to protect the residents and help them get to the shelter. Jiraiya looked at the main body and remembered a certain red-haired boy named Yahiko whom he trained a long time ago. Jiraiya. Yahiko? Why do you have Nagato's eyes? Did you kill him? Or did he give it to you? Pain. Don't you dare speak the name Yahiko, Jiraiya-sensei. He died because of the previous generation of Konoha. Now I will destroy Konoha and then all 5 great countries. Pain flew to a great height and raised his hands. This world is mired in lies and pain. Feel Yahiko's pain, Shinra Tensei. Pain's technique created a crater around them, and half of Konoha was destroyed. Tsunade managed to summon Katsuyu and attach him to each of them. Sakura. Everything is already there. Asuma. We need to help the Hokage. Yoshiro. Let's destroy this bastard. Team Asuma, Kurenai, and Guy arrived at the battlefield where Jiraiya and Kakashi were wounded. Tsunade was barely standing. Pain grinned and flew toward her, rocket in hand, but suddenly, his body split in two. Everyone looked at this man, black cloak, white mask, katana in hand. Pain. You, traitor! Naruto. Were you looking for me? Pain, he said and turned to everyone. Ino. Naruto? Tsunade. Naruto? So it's him? Naruto. Hokage, sorry I'm late, get everyone out of here, go. Come on. Deidara. Art is an explosion! He shouted. Everything around Pain began to explode. Kisame protected everyone with a wall of water. Kisame. Now get off the battlefield quickly, Kisame wants to play a game. Pain. Summoning technique. 5 calls appeared around him. Naruto. Not bad, but we can do it without summoning. The blonde activated the VMSH. Amaterasu. Ino. Has he really returned? Yoshiro. What kind of technology is this? Kisame. Amaterasu, it's like an eternal flame, there's no time, now run to your hole before your village burns down. Tsunade. Let's leave quickly. Naruto. Deidara, send the dragon after them. Deidara built a huge dragon and sent it to the summoners. Naruto's wood clones. The red crimson barrier, said the 4. An explosion occurred that enveloped the entire battlefield. Naruto managed to protect the other side of Konoha. Naruto. Who has a draft of this size like these? Jiraiya. Now Naruto. The Sannin bit his finger. Summoning technique. Huge toads appeared next to him. Jiraiya. Gamabunta, Gamakichi, take the summons. 2 toads attacked the summoning of a multi-headed dog and a centipede. Naruto. Mokotan strangulation technique. The blonde's technique grabbed the body of the resurrector and the summoner. Kakashi. Double Chidori. The Hitaki clones destroyed the body of 2 of Pain's bodies, leaving only the absorber, resurrection, mind reader, and main body. Deidara. For more, I'll take the long-haired bastard. Kisame. Then I'll have a donut. Naruto. It's just you and me left. Kakashi is the one resurrecting you, he plays a key role in this battle. Killing him takes away our advantage. Jiraiya. Naruto, you look so much like Minato. Flashed through his thoughts. Pain. It's a shame you know so much about Akatsuki. Speaking of which, Sasuke Uchiha is now a member of Akatsuki and Tobi's pawn. Naruto. Damn it, Uchiha, Shinra Tensei. The main body flew back, and the blonde quickly pierced it. Meanwhile, Deidara exploded the thinker's body, and Kisame managed to destroy the donut. Kakashi fumbled a bit, but killed his opponent with Chidori. Naruto. Dark aura, he said and ran towards the forest. Jiraiya ran after him to figure out where his godson was going. When he got there, he saw the blonde man standing in front of a huge tree. The strange thing was, it was made of paper, and he began to remember a cute blue-haired girl named Konan. Naruto. And here is your real body, Pain, he said, standing in front of the red-haired man who was sitting on some kind of chair, and his back was pierced with rods. Jiraiya. Nagato? Konan? He asked in surprise. Nagato. And here you are, Jiraiya-sensei and Naruto Uzumaki, have you come to kill me? Naruto. For wanting to destroy Konoha? Yes. Nagato. You were a spy all this time, it's a shame I wasted it, although I wouldn't have been able to counter you with Naruto. It's a shame you 4 left us, strong members like you, Itachi, and Kisame would have been useful. Naruto. I only did what I had to, knowing who my parents were, I understood that they died defending Konoha, I knew you would have to eliminate me, after all, I could stand in your way. Nagato. It's a pity, so what now? Jiraiya. You knew? You knew who your parents were? Did Hiruzen really tell you? Naruto. It doesn't matter. So Nagato. Do you know why you're collecting the tailed beasts? Konan. As Nagato said, this is the path to peace, where there is no war and all people's dreams come true. Naruto. The sage once said the one who gathers the tailed beasts into the ghetto statue will revive the one who will destroy our planet. Is that what you want? For our planet to die? Nagato. I don't believe you. Naruto. Then I have nothing more to say to you, I'll simply rid this world of the evil you create, I'll correct your mistakes. The blonde quickly approached him in one motion and pierced his chest with a katana, looking at him with red eyes. Tsukiyomi. Before Konan could say anything, she too died, and Tsukuyami was cast on her. The Sannin, watching this, was shocked and nearly died of grief. Those he had trained and saved had perished at the hands of his godson. Jiraiya. Why did you kill Nagato and Konan? Naruto. So they could see their friend Yahiko. If I'd left them alive, Tobi would have been able to take Nagato's eyes and carry out his plan. So who are you? Jiraiya. I'm your godfather Naruto. Naruto. Really? So where were you when I was a child? When I was being beaten and tortured by Konoha shinobi? Where were you when I lived in Konoha? Why did you even leave? I've heard a lot about one of Konoha's great Sannin and the Toad Sage. Jiraiya. The elders wouldn't let me see you, that's why I couldn't return, but after Danzo's death, I returned and heard that you had killed him. Forgive me, Naruto. He lowered his head, bursting into tears. Naruto. Your words are logical, Godfather, and now it's time to return to Konoha, otherwise I'm hungry. He smiled, removing his mask. Jiraiya. Of course, let's go, I'll treat you to some delicious ramen. The Sannin rejoiced. Part 10 Upon reaching Konoha, the two were greeted by the entire village. Some shinobi looked at Uzumaki with distrust, while the Chunin and Genin admired him. Tsunade. I'm glad you're alive. Konoha Umbu immediately subdued the blonde. Naruto didn't resist, as it could only make things worse for him. Kisame and Deidara tried to stop the Umbu, but saw Naruto shaking his head, and stopped. The Senju gathered the clan heads and Jounin for a council. What should they do with Uzumaki Naruto? Kakashi. I'm thinking of sparing him, Hokage-sama. Naruto Uzumaki didn't kill any Konoha shinobi, and as we all know, he's still loyal to Konoha. Shikaku. I agree too. Inoichi. Agree. Hayashi. Same. Chuza. Certainly. Asuma. I agree with Kakashi. Kurinai. Of course. Jiraiya. I also agree with Kakashi. Tsunade. Uzumaki Naruto, I, the 5th Hokage, as head of the Leaf Village, release you. And who are those two Akatsuki? Naruto. It doesn't matter, we betrayed Akatsuki for Itachi and to destroy the evil they wanted to bring. Itachi is alive and now he lives a happy life. All. How? Naruto. The Rinnegan, I resurrected him with my eyes. I ask you to keep this a secret, even from his younger brother. Tsunade. We'll take this to the grave, so where will you go now? Naruto. Nowhere, I'll go eat. Naruto rose from his chair and walked out of the vast hall. Jiraiya followed him out to have a heart-to-heart talk with his godfather. All the teams greeted him as he exited the residence. Naruto. Why are you all crowded together here? Kiba. We're waiting for you, we need to talk. The blonde shrugged and everyone sat on the boards at the edge of the village. Shikamaru. Let's start with the fact that we are glad that you returned to the village. Ino. I miss you so much, she said, sitting next to him and squeezing his hand. Kurama. But you'll be able to resurrect the clan, he said mentally. Naruto. How shall we end this conversation? Neji. It's about Sasuke. Kiba. We need you to come up with some kind of plan. Yoshiro. Why do you treat him like that? You hated him just recently and now. He didn't have time to finish before Choji slapped him on the head. For what? Kiba. Shut up, Yoshiro, I was simply wrong. Naruto. Finding Sasuke will take a long time. He founded Team Taka and may want to destroy Konoha and help Akatsuki. Sai. Why would he destroy Konoha if he is from here? Shikamaru. Probably because of the war. Knowing Konoha is weak against IWA and Cloud, he'll join the winning team. Naruto. Exactly, that's why it'll be hard to bring him back just like that. Tobi's probably started manipulating him. Kiba. Is that the guy in the orange mask? Naruto. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about this later. I have to go eat, he said, getting up from his seat. Ino. I'm with you. Naruto mentally complained that he was like a tail and wouldn't leave his side. When he reached Ichiraku's, he ordered 2 servings. Naruto. Bon appetit, Ino. Ino. Thank you, she said, embarrassed, and started eating the hot ramen. Yamanaka didn't like ramen because it was very greasy, but since the blonde guy offered it to her, it was a sin to refuse. Ino. Naruto. I want to tell you something. Naruto. I'm listening to you. Ino. You know that Naruto. What you? Ino. I love you, she barely managed to say. Naruto. I don't know if I love you, But if so, then melt the cold in my heart. He smiled. Yamanaka was jumping for joy. She had a chance to make him love her, and she would do everything to make him happy only with her. They didn't have any further conversation. While finishing his ramen, the blonde offered to walk her home. When they got there, he snapped his fingers at her forehead, just like Itachi used to. What kind of gesture is this? Naruto. What Itachi gave me, as he said, it means you're dear to me. He was like an older brother to me. Too bad. What about Kakashi-sensei? He's your friend. Naruto. Well, yes, Kakashi was my comrade in Umbu, but he was a bit withdrawn, I guess, but I'm glad he still respects and values me. See you later, Ino. He waved and walked off toward his old home. Yamanaka looked sad, as if she hadn't even managed to have some tea and chat. Reaching the old house, he fell asleep and found himself in the arms of Morphus. The next morning, he emerged and walked toward the ruins and met Kisame there. Kisame. Naruto-san, where have you been? Naruto. I visited someone. Where's Deidara? Kisame. He said that he would be back soon and that he wanted to finish a couple of things. Naruto. I see. What do you think, Kisame-san? How is Itachi? Kisame. I hope he's okay. We miss him so much. Naruto. Okay then, why don't we go to the hot springs? We'll wash all the dirt and blood off our clothes and then find somewhere to spend the night. Kisame. What? I'm for Naruto-san. The two former Akatsuki came to the hot springs and relaxed there. Afterward, they ate sushi, and Naruto kept teasing his friend, saying that sushi was his brother's. Afterward, they both went to the inn and ordered private rooms. After reaching their rooms, Kisame went to bed with Samahata, while Naruto, feeling refreshed, decided to help rebuild the village. Upon leaving, he encountered Yamato, who was building houses. Naruto. Mokotan technique at home. Naruto restored half the village, and Yamato assisted him, as he had much more chakra. After saying goodbye to his old comrade, he continued through the village. He encountered Team Kakashi and Kurenai, who were training together. Naruto. Hello people. Sakura. Hello to you too. Sai. Hello Naruto-kun. Kiba. Hello Uzumaki. Hinata. Hello Naruto-kun. Shino. Hello to you too, Naruto. Yoshiro. PFF great. Naruto saw the latter glare at him and that he was displeased to see the blonde. He understood that the brunette was head over heels in love with Ino, and she loved Naruto. Naruto. What do you train? Kiba. Oh, just taijutsu, Naruto. Forgive me for the past. I was slow and didn't understand you, but when I learned that you did everything for the village and protected it, I began to understand you. You opened my eyes. Naruto. Well, I'll forgive you if you treat me to ramen all week, 2 bowls a day, deal? Kiba. Well, okay, I agree. Sakura. What will happen to Sasuke-kun? He's an Akatsuki. Naruto. Sakura, think about it. Tobi probably manipulated him after his brother's death. Sasuke may have learned the secret Itachi was hiding. Sai. What's the secret? Naruto. It's a secret. Only I, Tobi, Itachi, the third Hokage, and the elders know. I promised him I wouldn't tell anyone, but it would really make Sasuke attack Konoha. The only thing I'm afraid of is Tobi, who could destroy the village. Okay, I won't bother you, bye. He waved to everyone and left. Naruto was walking down the streets of Konoha, unsure what to do, so he decided to visit his parents' grave, which he'd never visited. When he reached the cemetery, he placed a flower he bought at the store on his parents' grave and knelt down in front of it. Naruto. I'm sorry I never came. I traveled the world and was in the Akatsuki organization. It was for Konoha. I just want to say thank you for giving me your will to protect the village. I'm sure you're looking down on me from heaven and smiling. A single tear dripped down the blonde's face. This is the first time I've cried. I will definitely restore our family's name. I promise you. I'm sure we'll meet again. Naruto bowed before his parents' grave and returned to the hotel. Tobi. What do you want, Kage? Tsuchikage. Helping Akatsuki destroy Konoha. Reikage. In return, we will pay a huge sum. Tobi. It's been so long since I've been there. Fine, Akatsuki will help as much as it can, but in return we need the 8 tails. Reikage. My brother? I don't intend to hand over the Jinchuriki, but I think we could cooperate. Tobi. Reikage, I need just a piece, or at least half, of the 8 tails. Tsuchikage. Your members? Tobi. Me, Uchiha Sasuke Haiden, Kakuzu Sasori, Kabuto Yakushi, resurrected with Edo Tensei, the Zetsu army. Tsuchikage. Resurrected? Who exactly? Toby. Pain, the third Reikage, the second Tsuchikage, the third Mizukage, the fourth Kazekage, all the swordsmen of the mist, the possessors of the magnetic genome, Storm, Dan Kato, Hisashi Hyuga and Uchiha Madara himself. The last man inspired fear in both Kage. That Tsuchikage had been around since Madara's time, so he knew he was very strong. Toby. When are we leaving for Konoha? Reikage. In a month, we've already declared war on them and will soon wipe them off the face of the earth like dust. He began to clench his hands. Commentary on Part 10. Sorry it's so late, since Ficbook hasn't responded in a while and the urge has faded a bit, but I'll try to finish this fanfic. Part 11 Cloud and Rock began gathering their entire army to attack and destroy Konoha. Out of goodness, Gaara, as Kazekage, decided to aid Konoha. Mist remained neutral. They had only a month to do everything. Konoha had been completely restored, and the 5th Hokage began to assemble troops and was now holding a meeting between the clan heads and a couple of elite jonin. Tsunade. Tell me your opinion. Shikaku. Only shinobi of Chunin rank or higher will go to war, those below will be assigned to guard Konoha. Inoichi. Are you sure the genins will protect the village? Kakashi. We have A and BU, so I don't think there will be any problems. Tsunade. Our main trump card is Naruto Uzumaki. After all, he knows everyone from Akatsuki. Shikaku. We won't send Naruto-kun alone, will we, Hokage-sama? Tsunade. Of course, damn old man Oinoki, we can't handle Akatsuki here, and these two have declared war on us. Shikaku. Hokage-sama, I think it's time to make preparations. Suna will soon arrive to help Konoha. Tsunade. We'll close the meeting here. When the Kazekage arrives, we'll discuss everything in detail. You're free to go. As soon as everyone left her office, she pulled out some sake and started drinking. Naruto was still sitting on his father's head, Kisame was training at the training grounds, and Deidara was with him. Kakashi was competing with Guy. Ino. Why are you so sad? She asked, sitting down next to him. Naruto. Don't pay attention to it. Why aren't you with your team? Ino. Asuma-sensei is busy preparing for the war. Yamanaka involuntarily rested her head on his shoulder. I hope everything works out. Naruto. I think so too, tell me honestly, why? Why me? Ino. Well, it's just, I admire you and you're handsome, smart, strong. Naruto. This isn't all true, is it? Ino. Well, how can I explain it to you? I love you with all my heart, Naruto. Before I thought it was just infatuation, like with Sasuke, but I was very wrong. You will always be my dream, even if my feelings are not mutual. It is important to me that you are always here, with us and with me. I will always be happy if you are with us always. Naruto. It will all work out someday. There's a war going on now, and you can't coddle us, you understand that. War brings suffering and pain to everyone. How do I know? It's from my friend Kurama. Kurama. Idiot, don't tell anyone my name. I'm going to bed and stock up on chakra for the war. Naruto. Well, I'm of the Yamanaka clan. You should probably go home. It's getting dark. I'll see you out. Naruto offered her his hand, and she eagerly took it. They walked to their house in silence. Upon arriving, they said goodbye. Naruto, as usual, flicked her forehead, and she blushed and went home. A month passed. The war began. Cloud and Rock began marching on Konoha. Kabuto was able to resurrect everyone, including all 4 Hokage, Uzumaki Kushina, Madara, the swordsman of the mist, Nagato, and others. They were joined by an army of white Setsu, about 100,000 strong. Cloud and Rock's army numbered 120,000. Suna gathered in Konoha. The army consisted of 80,000 shinobi of at least Chunin rank. Tsunade. We'll be waiting for them 35 kilometers away from Konoha. The main attackers will be Naruto Uzumaki, Kakashi Hatake, Kisame Hashigaki, Deidara Tsukuri, Asuma Sarutobi, Jiraiya, Niji Hyuga, Sabaku no Temari, Sabaku no Kankuro, Kazekage, and Yamato. The medics will be at the very back: Ino Yamanaka, Sakura Haruno, Hinata Hyuga, Shizen Kato, and we have quite a few communications specialists, and we also have cloth techniques against the reincarnated. Then Tsunade came out in front of everyone and started talking about the will of fire, how Konoha and Suna would win, etc. And then everyone stepped forward. Gaara and Tsunade led the army. Once they reached the site, everyone pitched tents and began to make a plan. Naruto. They'll attack head-on, that's for sure. Our main problem is the reincarnated and the Zetsu. The Zetsu can become one of us, and you won't even notice the chakra change. They copy everything down to the last thread. our task against the reincarnated is sealing. Tsunade. Excellent, Naruto, you've given us the information we need, let's recuperate and wait for them to arrive. All. Hi Hokage-sama. Naruto stayed up all night, sitting outside in front of the fire. Kisame and Deidara were preparing supplies and weapons. Kakashi was still busy with the Hokage. Jiraiya. Are you worried about the war? He asked, sitting down next to her. Naruto. I'm not afraid of war and I'm ready to die with honor in it with my comrades, Godfather. Tell me, what was my father like? Jiraiya. Minato was a genius and always amazed everyone with his speed and strength. He had nerves of steel and a tender heart. He was very kind to all the residents and loved Konoha with all his heart. For this, he gave his life, to protect Konoha and save you, sacrificing herself like your mother. Kushina was very energetic and a little wild, similar to Tsunade, but as I see it, you don't have her personality. Naruto. Yeah, right. I always dreamed of meeting them one day. Once the war is over, I'll wander the world and try to get rid of at least a drop of hatred. Jiraiya. You can do it, son. I'm sure Minato will be proud of you. Now let's get some rest. Jiraiya left to write his book about the fearless shinobi and chose Naruto as the main character. All the other teams were sitting in the same room, discussing something, but they were missing one person, namely, Naruto. To all of them, he was a secretive and uncommunicative person. Naruto fell asleep outside, and Kurama activated his sensors and was on guard. Next 6 a.m. Kurama. Naruto. Rise and shine. They're approaching. Everyone's already assembled. Naruto immediately opened his eyes and the entire army of Konoha and Suna stood in front of him. Reikage. Surrender or you will all die. Tsunade. Konoha and Suna never give up. Can't this all be resolved peacefully? Tsuchikage. We destroy Konoha and it will be ours, Suna will be ours too. Tsunade caught a glimpse of her grandfather, Madara, Kushina, the third, Tobirama, Minato and her lover. Tsunade. No, Grandpa. Dan. Tears were dripping from her eyes. Jiraiya. Minato? Kushina? Minato. Sensei? Kakashi? Kushina. Where is our son Jiraiya-sama? Hashirama. Seal us. Mokutan would golem. Kabuto was controlling his body. The entire Cloud and Stone army advanced forward. The Akatsuki members stood aside, ready to engage in free combat. Madara. Susanoo. Madara was a purple warrior who stood about 100 meters tall. Nagato. Summoning technique. From his summoning, a huge bird, a multi-headed dog, a rhinoceros, and a bull appeared. Naruto. Summoning technique. 2 dragons appeared. Anato. Anara. These summons are upon you. The 2 dragons rushed to attack. Naruto watched as the golem began to destroy and cut everyone apart. Naruto. Mokutan. The truth of 1,000 hands. A huge statue with many arms began to destroy all enemy opponents. Hashirama and Madara fought against Jiraiya and Tsunade, Kakashi and Guy against the third and Tobirama, Asuma, Team Gaara, Kurenai, and all the teams fought against Zetsu and enemy shinobi. Naruto stood before Minato. Minato. Boy, you need to seal us faster. Naruto. I never thought my dream would come true, Dad. Minato. You, really? Naruto? Kushina. Naruto? Is it really you? Naruto. Nice to meet you, Mom. I think I won't seal you. Naruto looked at the approaching shinobi. Fire release. Great annihilation. A wall of enormous fire came at the enemies. Shinobi of the rock. The element of earth is a wall of mud. The huge wall was able to hold back Naruto's fire. Naruto. Not bad, and now. Naruto activated his Rinnegan. Shinra Tensei. Immediately all the enemies were pushed back by the wave. Naruto. Yamato. Here's my Mokutan creation for you. Yamato immediately jumped onto the statue and began to control it. Naruto. Shadow cloning technique. 5 clones were born and began to form techniques. The first clone. Lightning element Kirin. Second clone. The element of water is the needle of death. The third clone. Earth element, earth bullets. The fourth clone. Wind element, wind blade. The fifth clone. Element of fire, great fire destruction. All the elemental techniques were directed at the enemies and began to destroy them in batches. Naruto. Too weak, shall we dance? Naruto immediately launched a taijutsu attack. He could destroy 5 to 10 people per second. Then he activated his second Tomoya Sharingan and became even faster. All the Zetsu had already been destroyed. Only the shinobi remained. Kabuto took control of Madara and sent him to Naruto. Madara. You're a strong guy, Mokutan, and even the Sharingan. I'm sure there are still good shinobi in the world, and I could probably dance with you, he said, activating the 3-volume Sharingan. Both fought with all their might, Madara dominating due to his experience in combat and war. Naruto activated Sage Mode and began to dominate the battle. He developed eagle wings on his back. Madara. Hermit Mode? Amazing, let's see you in action, he shouted, activating his Rinnegan. The two began fighting again. Those on the other side were surprised that Naruto was fighting on par with Madara. Even though he was only matched by the god of shinobi, Naruto began to dominate and beat Madara. The Uchiha grew tired of this and activated his full Susanoo. Madara. Here's my trump card, Susanoo. I hope you'll amuse me. Naruto. Pfft. 6 paths Sage Mode. Kurama Susanoo. In front of Madara was Susanoo, and inside was Kurama, which was larger than him. Behind the enormous monster were truth-seeking balls, and on his arm were Indra's sword and bow. Madara. 6 paths Sage Mode? I'm impressed. Naruto swung his katana and managed to hit Madara's Susanoo. His Susanoo was destroyed with the first strike. Madara. I think it's impossible to dance with you. You're the second person to destroy my Susanoo. Tell me your name, warrior. Naruto. Dark Devil or Naruto Uzumaki. Madara. It was an honor for me as a warrior to fight with you, Uzumaki Naruto. I will wait for you in the afterlife, he said and disintegrated into dust. Naruto deactivated his ability. The Konoha Alliance dominated the shinobi and Zetsu. Tsunade. Grandpa, please stop. Hashirama. I'm sorry, Tsunade, I'm being controlled. Kisame and Deidara decided to attack the Akatsuki members. Deidara chose Sasuke, and Kisame chose Kakuzu, Asuma, Kakashi, and Guy attacked Haiden, Sasori, and Nagato. Kurenai and the Chunin slashed at the enemy. Ino Shikacho used a combination technique and simply scattered the Zetsu. Gaara took on Raza's father, and the third Reikage, second Tsuchikage, and Mizukage chose Temari and Kankuro. Naruto. Tobi! Come out and fight! Don't be afraid! Tobi. No, Naruto! I'll refuse your idea! Naruto shrugged and went to fight Hashirama and Tobirama. The fight with Madara had drained a lot of his chakra due to his Susanoo. He fought them until one died. Both were very strong opponents. Hashirama. Mokuton wooden arrows. Enormous arrows, each 1.5 meters long, flew at Naruto. He activated his Rinnegan and was able to absorb the technique. Tobirama. We have a good opponent, brother. Even though I want to die, I'm a warrior, so in a full-on battle, I'll only lose. Water element, water bullets. Shinobi of the rock. The element of earth, earth needles. They shouted from behind. Tsuchikage. Atom-splitting technique, he said, standing above. Naruto. Exo, I won't dodge the attack, let's try combining them, Shinra Tensei. Absorption. Naruto managed to absorb the Tsuchikage technique and repel the needles and bullets. A immediately appeared in front of him and struck Naruto with all his might. Naruto flew 20 meters and managed to get back on his feet. His chest began to regenerate immediately. Naruto. Not bad, Reikage, but you don't know that I'm faster than you. Naruto immediately vanished from sight and severed the Reikage's right arm with a katana strike. Kabuto directed all the reincarnated creatures at Naruto, causing him to expend a lot of chakra. Naruto. Hokage-sama! I think it's best to retreat. I'm about to perform a technique. Tsunade immediately ordered everyone to retreat. Only about 20,000 shinobi remained on their side, while the enemy had 4 times that number. Naruto. Fire element Great Golden Phoenix. A huge golden bird emerged from Naruto's mouth and immediately flapped its wings. The cloud and stone shinobi began to burn in flames. Only half of them remained, Akatsuki members, the reincarnated ones, and Zetsu joined the fight. Naruto. Alliance! It's time to fight! The entire alliance roared into battle. Ino Shikacho took on Kakuzu, Asuma Haiden, Jiraiya Nagato, Kakashi chose Sasuke, Deidara chose Sasori, Kisame and Guy chose the Swordsman of the Mist, and they were joined by Team Kakashi and Kurenai. Guy. Naruto decided to end the Hokage and his parents. Minato. Naruto, you've grown so much. Naruto. Thank you, father, but we don't have time for idle chatter. We must deal with the cloud and the stone. The other Kage have joined the Hokage. That's too much. Gaara. Don't worry, I'll help you. I'll repay that debt. Tsunade. A party? You're doing great. Itachi. Here I am, he said, appearing next to Naruto. Naruto. Itachi? I thought you were retired already. Itachi. Do you think I'll leave you here alone? Naruto. You're always on time for fights, buddy. Break this Edo Tensei thing. I'm getting tired of it. Let's go. The battle lasted a very long time. Itachi and Anko with their squad reached Kabuto and succeeded. Itachi cast Tsukiyomi on the enemy, who dispelled the technique. Naruto, seeing his parents' bodies decomposing, immediately used the Rinnegan and was able to revive both of them. Now only Tobi, Sasuke, the Raikage, and the Tsuchikage remained. Sasuke. Itachi? Are you alive? Itachi. Hello Sasuke, why do you need this? Sasuke. I want to take over the world and rule it alone. Itachi. I can't leave you alive now. This will be our last fight, either you nor I will give in, he said, activating his Manjikyu and drawing his katana. Sasuke also activated his Manjikyu and drew his katana. The brothers engaged in a long battle. Itachi dominated due to his combat experience. Ultimately, Sasuke managed to slightly wound him, and Itachi stabbed him in the chest. Itachi. I'm sorry, I love you Sasuke, but this is for the sake of peace, he said through tears, holding his brother in his arms. Sasuke. I was blind, but now, I understand, brother. Now, my turn. Sasuke flicked his brother on the forehead and his hand fell to the ground. All the resurrected except Minato and Kushina disintegrated into dust. Only Akatsuki and a few thousand shinobi of Iwa and Cloud remained. Shinobi of Rock and Cloud. Retreat! There are too many of them. All the shinobi fled the battlefield, leaving the Raikage and Tsuchikage behind. In the end, all Akatsuki members were killed, including Deidara, who used himself as an explosion, taking Sasori with him. Funerals were held for many shinobi in Konoha. Naruto requested that Deidara be buried in Konoha, and Tsunade agreed. Minato returned to his post, and both Sannin became the new elders. Naruto moved into his parents' house, and today was his birthday. When he got home, he found the lights out. Naruto. It's strange, did Mom really go somewhere? When he entered the house and turned on the light, Kakashi, Asuma, Kurenai, Guy, the Sanins, Minato, Kushina, Itachi, and Kisame were shouting commands at him. All. Happy birthday Naruto! Everyone started giving him gifts, and Naruto was happy, as it was his first birthday. After finishing his meal, he went out onto the balcony and looked at the dark moon and the stars. Naruto, can I? She asked, standing in the doorway. Naruto. Certainly. The war is finally over, now you can rest. Naruto. There is truth in your words. Congratulations, listen, I wanted to tell you what I should have told you a long time ago. I still love you. I understand that I'm just a friend to you, and that my feelings are unrequited. I'll be glad to see you happy with the man you love. Know that I will always love you, no matter what. Tears streamed down her face. Naruto looked at her and snapped his fingers at her forehead. Naruto. Melt my heart, I don't have sympathy for others. He didn't have time to finish before Yamanaka, unable to bear it, grabbed his lips. Naruto returned her kiss after a moment. Her lips were sweet and so soft, they were both desperately short of breath. Breaking away from the kiss, Naruto looked straight into her eyes. Kurama. She loves you sincerely, Naruto, give her a chance to be with you and go with the flow until the very edge. What? She blushed terribly and looked away from him. Naruto. I'm just admiring you, I'll try to love you, Yamanaka Love me, with a hot fire, night and day. She smiled, singing a song. Jiraiya, Minato, and Kushina watched from the sidelines and realized he had found his happiness and his companion. Kushina began to smile, hugging her husband, while Jiraiya continued to finish his book about the fearless Konoha shinobi who saved everyone and protected what was most dear to him.